Location. And we're live. Alright. It is time. Oh, man. I need to make it a point to get to bed a little earlier tonight than I have past couple days. I mean, last night I didn't exactly have the best of excuses for staying up. Aside from not having a particularly great evening. Hello, Aesir. How you doing? I am doing okay. But I'm feeling a little bit, just a little bit out of it, because didn't get as much sleep as quite as much sleep as I would like, last time. Or last night, I should say, not last time. I didn't stay up especially late, but, you know, I was up kind of late, so, you know, I could be feeling a little bit better, but, you know, I think I'm doing pretty well, so let's just get started. Having taken control of Fort Clark, the group set course further south. The southeast region of Sake, with its many uncharted territories, remained somewhat untouched by the war. Taking advantage of the small number of troops, the bandits were spreading their territory across the region, with this guy whose portrait looks like it comes straight out of Fire Emblem 3. On the road that Saya and the others were about to pass, they spotted two figures being attacked by a bandit holding a deadly axe. Ooh. Waiting for my semi-weekly audit immunotherapy injections. Yeah. Chapter 8X, Father and Daughter. I finally caught up with you, you little bitch. You got some nerve trying to run from us. Ah! You too! Just when we thought you were one of us, you suddenly let your prey escape. Hey, are you listening to me? Hey, Dorcas! You said you were Sake mercenaries. I have no intention of becoming a bandit. Ha! Who wants to be a mercenary with so little merit? You guys, tear this bastard and his woman apart. I'm sorry, and you just saved me. I have a daughter about your age. I couldn't just leave you alone. Can you walk? I can't. I sprained my foot. Don't worry about it. Well, what should we do about them? According to the map, if we cross over here, the ruins we are looking for should be in sight. We're almost there. According to the people in the neighboring villages, this area has become a stronghold for bandits. I suppose a fight is inevitable. They may be mere bandits and not the enemy, but... Yeah, if we see anyone being attacked, let's help them as much as we can. They may not be the enemy. This was an incredibly funny moment, yeah. Yep, it's Dorcas. Dorcas is back. We now know what happened to Dorcas after the end of Fire Emblem 7. So I did my preps off screen. These are the people I'm bringing into this chapter with me. There's very few Lance users, so I actually left Gim behind because I think that this guy here is the only Lance user in this entire chapter, unless there's like some reinforcements that I'm missing. And it looks like the reinforcements are just going to be kind of more of the same of what's going on. But yeah, we have Dorcas here, and he's going to be, you know, he has stats that are roughly on par with my Gim at this point. So he's going to be a nice addition to our team, I think. In very short order. But yeah, So I've got everything set up the way I like. Hey, Matt. He said that while his portrait is looking straight at the player, unlike most. Oh yeah, the bandit, yeah. It's this guy. Zal. The leader of a small group of bandits. I do like this portrait. It looks exactly like an FE3 mug, honestly. But yeah, let's get started. Deploy RL. Oh, he goes blue right away. I'm looking for chance to escape the forest, but yeah. Well, he's on our side now, I guess. So yeah, this is Dorcas. He's back, and he is kind of ridiculous. Because if I pull up his growth rates here, let's see. His growth rates are 80 HP, 60 power, 70 skill, 40 speed, 45 defense, 10 res, and 75 luck. This man is a pre-promote, and he has better growths than like half of the growth units you get. I do not understand why this unit is so cracked, outside of like the obvious that, you know, he's fan service. But yeah, he is going to be he's probably going to be a mainstay on the team once we leave this chapter. So in the meantime, let's get everyone else into... Hang on a sec. Okay, we are set to fast. It's so odd. I don't know, like, the fast speed does not feel that fast when it comes to movement. Maybe it's because I've been playing other ROM hacks lately. Dorcas the Dork, Secret Est. Yeah, no. This man is something else. Like, he is kind of a ridiculous unit, especially given like up to this point, you know, so many of the characters have had just ass base stats. All right, Rostov, you can just take this guy out, or you can miss. I feel like I've been saying that a lot when it comes to Rostov in combat across a lot of these parts, because it does feel like he has been missing an awful lot. Sagan, you can do some chip at least. I watched your OST video. To be honest, most hacks use copyright music from their favorite games or films, but I want to ask, do you want to become a video game composer? I would like to do that, honestly. I'll be honest, I've been kind of in a weird place when it comes to like long-term plans in terms of what I want to make a career out of, but I think that, you know, composing for video games does sound like it would be something that I would enjoy doing and would be good at. Just, it's kind of a bit of a ways off for me, because there's just a lot, I feel like there's a lot that I have to learn about that. For me, when it comes to adding... Oh, wow. Dorcas just decided to spin to win right off the bat. But when it comes to me making custom music for my projects, it was mostly just a thing that I did it because I could. And because I had ideas for it, honestly. That was mainly just it. I'm just a guy who likes making things, and especially stories and music and games. You know, I think that shit is really fun. It can sometimes be tough work, but you know, it is enjoyable. Okay. So we have you guys over here. You're not actually going to be that much of a threat, I don't think. You, on the other hand, can get hand-axed. Now, Sergey. Sergey, you can... Yes, you can... You can bait this mage out. And... Robbie... Yeah, I think Robbie, you're just gonna take this night out. I have a friend that works in the music industry, but he's a rapper and producer instead. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, to be honest, like, there was a part of me that wanted to, like, go as an actual, like, recording artist and singer-songwriter. But I kind of, I don't know, I've got a ton of, like, pop and rock songs that I've written over the years, but the thing with recording those is that I've had the bitchiest time trying to get, like, an actual band together to record them, and, like, for a time I was working with one of my friends to get some demos for them recorded, but I have not spoken to that friend in a couple months now, because he just has not been responding to any of my messages. It's really unfortunate, because, like, he was going through a little bit of a tough time, and, like, I'm a little worried for him, to be honest. Oh, come on, Saya. You couldn't have dodged a 17% hit. Christ. I only have one healer. Oh, she gets an antitoxin. That is something. But yeah, I've kind of, like, given up on trying to make it as, like, a music recording artist, just in the sense that it just doesn't seem feasible right now to me, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I don't have the capacity to get Fromy over to Saya at the moment, so we're just going to have to... we're just going to have to wing it. Meanwhile, I'll still have you go here, equip Javelin. And please, for the love of God, don't miss. Or the guy can just go after Sagan. That works too, I guess. Truly Lynn's daughter. I see. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to me, like, I've never been someone who really has, like, my life and my long-term goals really super planned out. And that a lot of that is because, like, to be honest, I'm the sort of person where what I really want out of life seems to change all the damn time. Like, I've had, dreams to, be a game dev. I've had dreams to, be a writer. And the thing is that, I tend to have this problem where, like, I start doing a thing, and then I have this idea of, like, oh, I'm going to be this, and that's going to be my career. And then I get to a point where it becomes... where the thing becomes, like, difficult and not fun to do, or I find some aspect of a thing that's difficult and not fun to do, and I kind of stop enjoying doing it, which is not really great policy, because if we're being real, there's no such thing as a job that's completely 100% fun and enjoyable and easy all the time. Everything comes with its own downsides. I mean, some things come with more downsides for certain people than others. Like, when it comes to working a retail or quote-unquote normal job, I find that tends to have a lot more downsides than anything else. But when it comes to, like, a long-term career, and particularly because I am a creative person, and, like, a lot of careers that are built around, sort of creative interests, it's very difficult to, like, actually make a living off of that stuff. Just because of stuff. Time for your injections. Well, best of luck with that, Ace here. I cannot imagine that is terribly fun for you. Okay. Saya, you use, this antitoxin. Now, from me, you have the restore staff, so you can always just, recover everyone else from le poison. Le poison, how I hate le poison. Love it. Hate it draining my HP constantly. Alright, Rostov, you can hit that, but not a 76. Shenanigans. Shenanigans are called. Boy. It's gonna be one of these gameplay experiences where everyone's just missing. You fool. Never attack Sagan at range when he's got a bow equipped. Alright, let's see here. From me, let's get rid of Sagan's poison real quick. Just for the heck of it. HP, skill speed, still no magic. This woman does not have the capacity to level up her actual magic stat. It seems. Okay. Meanwhile, Dorcas can continue to delete people. Saya. Still not getting kills. Even with the steel sword. Truly Lin's daughter indeed. Rostov, what are your weapon ranks looking like? Okay. You would prefer to use swords, it seems. HP and speed. Okay, that is nice. That is appreciated. Sergey! Alright. Right. Let's see here. What are you wielding? Iron Axe. Alright, so Dorcas is just gonna go back onto the fort. Sagan, I think I can get away with not bothering to heal you. Let's just visit the village.
Ah, by heavens, thank you very much. I'll give you this money. Please get rid of those bandits. Everyone has been distressed by their misdeeds.
2,000 gold. Much appreciated. And then from me, you can return to the main group here. Did not mean to hit the caps lock key by accident. I strive to be a game dev, but I'm more on the side of writing and drawing, but my coding skills are really rusty, and my brother is better at writing music than me. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the big thing with game design, is that, especially if, like, you're an indie dev starting out, you really need to learn a thing or two about coding, and I'll be honest, that's one of those things that that's one of those skills that has just evaded me. I've tried to teach myself programming, and I just don't get it. Like, it does not make sense to my brain. It's actually a little frustrating, because, like, when working with the Lex Talionis Discord server in their help section, like, there were times where I got really frustrated with it, because, you know, a lot of people have this mindset of, we don't want to feed you the answers because we want you to try and learn the programming yourself, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, that's not helpful to me at all. And it's one of the things where, like, I just kind of don't know what to do. Like, I think for the Darius remake, I'm gonna have to get some people to do some of the eventing for me. Okay. Alright, so I think, Saya, you're gonna go here. Emmy, you can go here. And Rostov, you can go here. We've got all our sword users up in front to take advantage of the incoming rush of enemies. Fromy can bring up the rear. Aurel, you go here. Camilla dance for little XP. It's really funny that we have a dancer named Camilla, given the certain other Fire Emblem character who happens to possess that name. And what she's known by the fandom for. Alright. Oh shit, that's a poleaxe. I don't know why I didn't bother to double check the weapon there. Alright, Emmy. Good work. Oh, I just realized the hit rate's there. Amusing that Dorcas actually managed to hit someone. And a hit. I work in STEM in a lab. I study medicine and comp sci. It's fun. Huh. That's nice, Aesir. Sagan, you are pretty far out of the action. Like, this is one of those chapters where having a flyer would be really nice, but unfortunately mine died, so I am not going to be able to take advantage of any of that. Okay. And now for the classic game of who's getting the EXP. In this case, I think it's going to be Emmy. Alright, HP and luck, that's not exactly what I want out of my level ups, but okay. And then Saya, you come in and deal with this one. Robbie, you can, I guess, just take this guy out. Level up. HP, magic, speed, luck, and res. Not bad, not bad at all. Then Sergey, you go here. How far does this boss move? Trixie. In the meantime, from me, you're gonna be healing people up. I wanna check what my inventory's looking like. I think I'm doing good for swords. Got a lot of javelins. Actually, I think I'm doing pretty alright on most of, like, the physical weapons front. I think at this point it's mostly just, you know, I don't really think I need any real weapons, to be honest. Alright, Camilla, you go here, just so you're not in range of anybody. And Dorcas has the power of 69 hit. Nice. And my second ROM hack is still incomplete. Currently in the lab, we handle a lot of projects for disability support, quality of life, and educational assistance, mostly for blind and deaf people. Wow. That's awesome. It's always nice to have support for disableds. I say as somebody who is technically has a disability myself, although mine is very much... Mine is just neurodivergence, not actually a physical disability, so... It is a little bit different. Okay, it's just slim sword, slim lance, iron axe, and iron bow, which none of these are things that I particularly need. I don't know if Sagan's going to be able to actually check what's in that particular vendor. Alright, Saya, you get strength and speed and res. It's always good to get strength, especially on somebody with noodle limbs like you. Sergey, mooch a kill off of this guy, and you get HP and speed. For someone who, as far as I remember, doesn't have a particularly great speed growth, you sure have been getting a lot of it. Emmy, you can break your iron sword on this. Alright. And this should be the point where the boss is going to start going for us. So, Rostov, go up front with iron sword. And Robbie, you bring up the rear. Okay, the boss does not move. That's good to know. Would have been nice if I could have discerned that from a glance, but... oh well. So Sergey is going to be the one to get the kill on this, because he's the one who needs the EXP the most out of this squad. Now, well, real quick, I want to check what my stabs are looking like. So I feel like that's probably what I'm going to need the most. So let's see what we have in terms of stabs. We have basic tomes, but I will buy a couple of heal stabs, just for the sake of having them. Okay. And then, Dorcas, how do you do against this guy? Oh, this guy two-shots Dorcas with that silver axe. That's impressive, actually. I mean, if he does that much damage to pre-promote... And of course we have the blessed enemy reinforcements at an inopportune time. And complete with Dorcas missing. And failing to kill. That's always a welcome thing. Note the sarcasm in my voice. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? Sergey, you deal 10, 13. So I need to get him down to 10 HP at minimum. Saya doubles with Iron Sword at least. It's 10 versus 8. We'll go for the 10. Do not get hit by a 22%. What the hell did I ever do to you? You guys are out of your minds! Buy some dark tomes for the shaman. Let me see here. I have one in reserve, and I don't think Robbie's really hurting for extra flux uses. Yeah, because he's got 2 in his inventory and 1 in the convoy. I do not think he needs one. Another one. From me. Take this guy down another peg. Emmy actually does have a talk conversation with Dorcas, but I don't think I'm going to be in a position where I'm going to get to see it right away. Because this chapter may as well be over. Yeah, because I can just straight up end this guy. Assuming Sergei hits. He does. Murderers. Okay, then. Considering you were trying to kill somebody, that's rich coming from you. Alright. HP, magic, and speed. Alright, Sergei. You're doing alright. I forgot to ask your name. What's your name?
I'm Dorcas. I'm traveling on a wild goose chase.
Okay, then, Dorcas. That's a hell of a thing to admit. Dorcas! Don't tell me. You're one of Mother...
I guess so. I've just finished with my matters. From now on, I'm gonna help you guys out. Is that okay?
Yeah, with pleasure. I look forward working with you. Dorcas!
Emmy, why did you leave home with no question mark? Do you know how worried Natalie is?
I wanted to be a warrior and travel too, like you. But then Dad...
Women don't have to become mercenaries. You could just take over the store and...
You're always doing that, Dad. Deciding people's lives without their permission. Imposing. You never listen to what I have to say, not even once.
I can't keep up with you.
That's enough. But I'm not coming back.
I know. I'll be sticking around in this army for a while. For Saya Mother, because I owe her more than I can ever repay.
In that case, that's fine.
Emmy, never overdo it. We'll both go home safe to Natalie. Alright? Thank you very much for saving her. This is all I have, but please accept it.
I don't really know how to thank you. Truly, thank you so much.
Dragon Shield obtained. That's nice. That was a really short chapter, and if I'm being honest, kind of not the most not really all that interesting. Basically, just a little bit of experience for everybody. It's better to finish up a project I'm already working on before learning a new engine. Yeah, probably. I didn't know, my bad. Just started watching your streams. No worries, Ares, says the bandit. Yeah. By the way, great beard. Thank you very much. My mother hates how long my beard is because I'm constantly getting food in it when I eat. Yeah, no, I forget how long I've been growing this thing, actually. Like, probably over a year now, but I like it very much. I actually dressed up as a Viking for Halloween. And, you know, this was a great thing to have when you did that. Alright, let's go onwards to the next chapter. Away from human habitation, beyond the depths of the Sea of Trees, lay the ruins of a mysterious group's stronghold, the Temple of Kutar. The group, while keeping a wary eye on the area, rode into the enemy territory, as if they were being sucked in, seeking to find Chieftain Lindis and the identity of the enemy they hadn't seen yet. Alright. Chapter 9, Old Wounds, with wounds being lowercase for some reason.
It's too quiet. Far from being dangerous, there is no sign of life. Are you sure we're in the right place?
No doubt about it. Besides, if there were no people coming and going, such ruins would have been buried by snow long ago.
That's right. Before the enemy realizes we're here, let's get as close as we can.
I want to get this over with before any hostages are harmed. Divide the troops into 2 groups and move forward. What? Oh, hello. Who are you? My name is Xenon. Welcome to the Temple of the Sacred Master. I've been waiting for you, Saya. You know my name? Where is my mother? Please relax. Your mother is safe. She's a little tired and asleep, though. Hehehe. Damn it. You don't look like someone from Sakei or Byrne. Why are you doing this? 20 years ago, Lindis was the hateful demon who thrust his blade at our master. She's not a he, my dude. All the hatred and grudge from my brothers will be compensated. Both you and your people of the grasslands shall pay too with blood. And that's exactly what I will make sure of. 20 years ago? I've heard of it. I believe she was fighting an assassination group called the Black Fang or something. Ah, what a nostalgic name. However, Black Fang is nothing more than a name in the shadows. If you want to save Lindis, you must defeat my servants and come here. Please, let me see some bravery, or else I won't be able to entertain myself. I'll just take my time and watch the show. Ha ha ha. That guy. Everyone, battle positions. We'll be taking the back throne. The back throne as opposed to the front throne? Saya? Zane, I recommend giving Saya any power rings because she is really weak, unless, of course, you have units that are better but have low strength as well. I don't think I have any energy rings at the moment. Weak. So terribly weak. Wonder where we've seen this hairstyle before in a morph. Yeah. It's not terribly subtle with what he's a reference to. Alright, so we have our squad. And Yaroff is getting benched in favor of Dorcas. Also, I didn't read Boris's character information last time. A soft-hearted mercenary with a penchant for dexterity, proud of the fact that he never runs out of food. That's a bit of a funny one. Dorcas, former mercenary who moved to Lycia, set out on a journey to find his runaway daughter. He's the one who got the dragon shield from the last chapter. Alright, Dorcas. I am giving you bows upon bows upon bows, because you're going to make very good use of them. As for everyone else, let's see what are the enemy formations looking like. We've got a lot of Pegasi, a couple of nomads, a couple of knights. I don't really feel like the heavy spear or rider's banes are going to be of much use in this chapter. And we have Dennis, morph of the Ninaz. Alright, stealable check. And predictably, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of anything besides vulneraries that I don't particularly care about. Okay, let's see here. Let me think. Let's real quick. Let's do a little bit more inventory shuffling. Rick, Ewing, Gim, you could use another axe of some sort. I think I'll give you a hammer, just so you can conk some knights on the head. Meanwhile, Grape, for you, we have one use of the Rider's Bane. Might as well use it to its fullest. Helga, in terms of this, I don't think that's really necessary. That's it. Alright, Emmy. We'll give you one extra iron sword for the heck of it. Rostov, I think you're good. Sergey, I think you're good. Frommy, you're set. Robbie, you're set. Let's see here. I think in terms of just about everything, we're mostly pretty solid. So, Robbie, you can go this a ways. I'm mainly gonna do for the... What it's looking like the game plan is going to be is to have Rick go up here with a javelin and tank a bunch of enemies. Now, in terms of... We've got chests to get. So... Sagan and Dorcas are most likely going to be the ones to pick off the Pegasi. Gim. You mean... Grape. Grape, I'll put you over here. You can be kind of like a backup to Rick. Well... Actually, no. I want, Rostov to not be trying to tank a bunch of hits from a Myrmidon. That just does not seem like a good idea. And yeah, I think that formation is pretty good. So let's save up. By the way, what are the stats on all of your units, undeployed or not? Guess I can go through those real quick. This is what everybody's looking like currently. Some of these characters have been growing really well, some of them not so much. But I am trying to make as best the use of the people I have on my squad as I can. And we're back to the start. He's Ephidel, literally. This is the exact same guy. He just survived the Dragon's Gate at the FU7 finale. It's hilarious because Ephidel was the runt of the litter among the main three siblings. And Sonia was the most beautiful. Limstella was the strongest. Yep. Yeah, and may I remind you, morphs are empty husks reanimated by a Nergal. Ephidel was the longest surviving one in canon, too. The funny thing is that none of the Morph trio actually knew dark magic. Speaking of husks, Orson was manipulated in Sacred Stones. They left Orson with a puppet of his wife Monica. Ironically, they're sages, not druids. Yeah, that was always a little bit of a weird thing, was that... Unless I'm mistaken, you actually fought very few Dark Mage bosses in Fire Emblem 7. Like, obviously, I mean, there were a couple. Like, there was the guy on the boat map. But, like, did you fight any promoted druids in that game, actually? I cannot remember. Lady Saya, this is enemy territory. We don't know where the reinforcements could come from. Please, try to keep your emotions in check and be cautious. I understand. Let's be careful not to charge in alone. Everyone, stick together and keep moving. The song. FE6 has a pretty underrated soundtrack. I'm glad that they brought a lot of the songs from it over into this game. Let's see here. Next up is Grape, excuse me. Javelin. Emmy, you be behind him. Dorcas, you get into the fracas because you're going to be bowing a lot of Pegasi. Gim, we'll have you here with a hand axe equipped. I don't have anybody to take on this set of mages. Oh well, not important. Not right now, at least. Oops, I didn't want to click on that. Alright, Sergey. Go here. It's really cold-blooded for Grado. Lion and for Mortis' cult to do that to Orson. Yeah. Yeah, Orson's subplot is one of the better ones in that game. It is surprisingly quite memorable. And here come the Pegasi. Oh, and they're doubling. Usually enemy Pegasi are the ones getting doubled because they have ass constitution, but here they're doubling. Speaking of doubling, so is Rick. Damn. These archers must not have much in the way of speed if they're getting owned by him. And Gim can't hit for shit, which is irritating. Imagine if it was Lim Stella who survived and played the role of final boss here, though I suppose it wouldn't work well. She was too emotionless, no strong desires or attachments. Obviously they're bad people. They wouldn't have respected Orson at all. Yeah. Pretty much. And Robbie being a boss as usual. Ooh, Air Caliber Tome. I don't have any units who can use one on my side. And annoying physic user is annoying. Alright. We have a lot of cleanup to do over here, so let's get to it. Sergey, you need some levels on you, so get to mooching kills, my buddy, my boy. Sagan. And of course, he's only getting skill, which is not helpful at all. Alright, Dorcas. Actually, what are your weapon ranks? B axes and C bows. Dang. Not half bad, if I do say so myself. Alrighty. Ba ba da la. First off, Robbie, go here. Take him out. Oh, free Air Caliber Tome that I cannot use at the moment. Steel Blade. You have the capacity to target Robbie, so that's probably what you're going to end up doing, but oh well. Okay. Alright, Emmy. Gim. Well, you could probably use a heal first, real quick. So, okay, and whom else might need a heal that Helga can reach? Doesn't look like anybody. Excuse me. Who do you think would win, Nergal or Zephiel? Ooh, that's interesting, actually. I can imagine Nergal being able to bypass Zephiel's high defense and armor with his magic, so he might have an advantage there, but I don't know. That would be an interesting thing to see if, like, you could compare and contrast their stats. Imagine Joshua from Sacred Stones was a mage instead of a merman, and he joined with the FE8 Excalibur, which is 90 hit, 18 might, and was E rank instead of S. That sounds very broken. That sounds very broken. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Let's see here. I think this is going to be another little bit of Emmy gaming. I almost said Effie gaming. That is a very different character. And/or reference to the franchise I am playing. Ba 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 ba. Okay. Grape, get over here and take this guy out. Or don't. I guess that works too. Gim can do it. And as per usual, Dorcas is shooting people down. Now Robbie needs to get healed up pretty quick here. Rostov, you're not gonna take this guy out in one hit or anything. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. So, what we're gonna do instead is Robbie can go here and chip. And then you can come in here and Iron Sword. And then we have Rick move here, trade Heavy Spear up front for that guy who should move. And I think we're golden there. From me go here. Helga go after Emmy so that she doesn't die. And Sagan. Yeah, Sagan, you can go here and bait one of those mages out. Robbie narrowly escaped death. Joshua would be like a Fates Royals unit. When am I going to continue with Black Dragon Beginnings? Okay, that is a good question, actually. So, Black Dragon Beginnings is going to be on hiatus up until I finish up with Darius the Conqueror. And once I finish up with the Darius the Conqueror remake, I will probably go into Black Dragon Beginnings and do that and reboot it as a Lex Talionis project. Because, like, I do want to finish that project, because, and it kind of sucks that I basically got burnt out on... Oh, you have a fucking bolting. But I basically got burnt out on Black Dragon Beginnings because of the amount of supports that I had to write, and I was having a lot of trouble with that. But I do want to finish that project off, because I was actually pretty invested in it, and it was turning out really quite well, as far as I was concerned. So, it will happen. It will happen. Just might take a little bit longer. As for the rest of the stuff I saw in chat, if I remember correctly, Zephiel plays the Harden archetype, while Harden was manipulated by Garneth because Nina didn't love him. Zephiel became evil because Desmond wanted him dead. Damn, Desmond, being a terrible father yet again. This is why Fire Emblem dads always die, because if they don't, they end up being bad dads. Alright, Grape. Get HP and speed. I guess that works for us. Dorcas, you go here with bow in hand. And bait this guy out. Now you, Mr. Warrior. What are your stats looking like? 15 and 12. With 8 defense. That's doable. That is very killable. I just need to be careful. From please get magic. God damn it. I am pushing the mouth button constantly. Constantly. Alright. We'll have Saya draw you out. Now, for this side. Game with hand axe. Helga, can you reach him and heal him? Maybe, possibly? Yes, you can. Nice. Yeah. Swing and a miss, mister. Elliowood and TRS Raphael, though. Well, I have. If TRS is Tearing Saga, then I have not played that game. And of course, getting hit by things I should not be getting hit by. 15 damage off a steel bow. At least she dodged, but that's gross. And we have the prerequisite reinforcements. Okay. Sergey, you do 9 or 12 to this guy. So, Robbie, poke a hole in him. Let's see here. From me, please get Rick back to a decent amount of health. So that he can go here with Javelin. Alright. Saya do's chip. Do's chip. And Sergey gets kill. For 1 free level up. Defense. That's not what we're really looking for, my guy. This rate, by the time that pre-promoted Sage that I know is coming joins up, you're gonna be woefully underpowered compared to her. Nice level up, Emmy. That's how you do it. That is how you do it, indeed. And... let's see here. You and I want you to start getting towards the treasure chests. Because I would like those. I would really like them. Mr. Bolting, you can just get mowed down by Sagan. Nice. And then Dorcas, take point. And Rostov, you bring up... I guess not the rear behind him, but... follow him into danger. Helga is down to her men staves. Raphael is the best father alive in Tearing Saga, which is a very hard thing to do. I gotta go to get to work. See you later. Okay, see you later, Matt. I was expecting that. Oh, heavy spear on a knight. That's amusing. Yeah. Come on. Let's get a move on here. All right. Got yet more enemies to deal with. For me, heal Saya. Rick just deletes this guy. Hey, Sergey doubling. That's nice. What is your speed? 10. Okay. 10 is a good number for doubling. Meanwhile, Ewan's got to get to the treasure room. The treasure room. Gim. Okay. Let's start by having Ewan rough this guy up a little for 2 whole points of damage. Then Gim. Gim conked this guy on the head with the hammer. Emmy. You're gonna be the one dealing the most amount of damage to him. Gim. I think Rostov's gonna have to take this one. He's doubling too. Not bad. And Helga gets speed, luck, and resistance. These magic users do not want to get any magic. And in the meantime... Dorcas and Rostov can take down some of these mercs. Sagan, can we get a crit with you? No. That would have helped us immensely, but that does not seem to be something that was going to happen. Okay, we've got more enemies coming in. This is, I suspect, where the difficulty of the map is just going to devolve from actual difficulty to just enemies. Luckily, Sergei can take care of the knights. As for the rest of the foes here, they're probably going to need at least a couple people dealing with them. Alright. Let's see. Dorcas, I could probably just have you conk the boss, but, well, actually your hit rates are not exactly optimal for that. Gim, on the other hand. Great, pure ranks are. Okay. You also have D rank swords. So that's what's getting trained. And as for the rest... Dorcas. Let's see. Okay, this is mostly just looking like cleanup for this part. So they're merman magic form, I guess. Also, what is Dorcas's growths? Dorcas, I had them pulled up a little bit ago, but his growths are 80% HP, 60% strength, 70% skill, 40% speed, 45 defense, 10 res, and 75 luck. On a pre-promote, mind you. He is quite ridiculous, if I do say so myself. Nice job, Rick. I really did not need you taking that kind of a hit like that. And I can't get over to her with Frommy in time. I really hope that hasn't just caused a death. Physics staff. Huh. Nice to get one of those at this point. Yeah, I can probably just take these guys out both with Gim. Or a combination of the two. Alright, Gim. HP, skill, and speed. Not bad. Okay. Ewan's on treasure duty. Who's gonna want the kill from this boss? He says nothing. Hello there, sorry I'm an hour late. Anything fun I've missed? Not especially, Armory. We recruited Dorcas, obviously. The chapter where we got him kind of went by really quickly. I was a little surprised by that. Okay, you can just straight up get the kill if you hit. Both times. Not bad. Guy doesn't even have a death quote. Alright, Grape. What are you getting for level? HP. Oh, how very typical. No one wants to get any stats off their level up. I guess Sagan, you can go down and pick off some of these stray Pegasus Knights that are Alright. Yeah, hit me with your javelin. We still have pests coming in. The map is basically over at this point, guys. Pack it up and go home. Rick, I really needed you to hit that. Saya, I think you need to bust out the Lance Reaver. You are pretty woefully unprepared to fight Pegasus Knights otherwise. Sergei, you get doubled. God damn. This Peg here is a nuisance. I can't even get the kill on it. What the hell? No one's in range. And Camilla's not on the side of the map for getting there in time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Most of just in range. He has to hit a javelin, or that Pegasus is going to cause some problems. Can he do it? 49 hit. Survey says, shockingly, yes. You know what? That's impressive, actually. I may just have to make a highlight out of that. Okay, now, Gim, you're actually kind of low on health, so I'm going to have you back the hell up. So on you go here with the short bow equipped. Robbie, I think I may have you mooch that knight kill off. Okay, Armor Slayer. That's less exciting than some of the other stuff I've gotten. But oh well. Excusez-moi. Those are goddamn. They're literally awakening growths. Those growths make Bardford bow down to him in respect. What are Rostov's growths, by the way? I just realized the two main villains in Hag are like two different sides of Nergal. One is scheming immortal hiding. One's a scheming immortal hiding in the shadows. The other one who seeks to become almighty by life draining. Difference is Sandy briefly succeeded in Nergal, while Nergal never got to drain a dragon. You know what? That's I would not have made that connection, but hearing that out loud, yeah, that kind of is true. Rostov's growths are 75 HP, 50 strength, 50 skill, 40 speed, 25 defense, 10 res, and 30 luck. Which, for the record, I would also like to point out that that is overall less good than Dorcas's growths. And Rostov at least has the benefit of like having time to train, but you know, still. The unit design in this particular hack is a choice. All right, Robbie. HP, skill, speed, and luck. That's nice. We have a freaking cav here. You have a steel lance and a steel sword, so Gim is not. It's not as simple as yeeting Gim at the problem. So I'm gonna go this way. Saya, you could use... you can't double, and you get doubled by this peg. I'll say I do like that the pegs can double. That actually makes them feel like something approximating a threat. Level 13. Speed and res. Okay. And now it is time... It is time to find a way to get Mr. Ewing over to the left side. Hopefully the amount of reinforcements that we have to deal with are going to slow down at this point. Those are mostly FE3 Sirius's growth rates. I'm gonna have to wait in line for I'm gonna have to wait for an opportunity to say that Dorcas line. Buddy, I already beat you to it at the start of the stream. And I was wrong. We still have more enemies to deal with. Joy. Come on, Ewing. Let's get you over to the left side of the map to get the treasures so we can get out of here. Saya, I'm gonna have you start moving to the throne room just so we can be prepared to get out of dodge once we're done here. And we have a thief showing up, you know, to get the chest that is miles away from his starting position. There's some choices with this level that some choices made with this level that I don't particularly approve of. Who's is getting that thief kill? Do I even really care that much? I mean, Rick's probably the one who needs it the most. It's either Rick or Sergey, but getting them over to that thief is going to be a nuisance. So I'm not sure I give that much of a damn. Or one can spawn here. That also works. Alright, Rick, you go this way. Sergey, I guess, can follow behind, just in case he has the capacity to get kill there. Meanwhile, Grape. Grape. Severus Grape. And yeah, it's looking like this map is basically done. Damn, Saya with 19 seeds, slightly blessed there. Yeah, power rings for Saya, please. Of course, that's when we actually have power rings. Anti-turtle incentive done right. I don't know about that, my dude. Alright, Rick. HP, strength, and defense. Alright, we'll take it. We will take it. And then Sergey. You get HP, luck, and defense. I mean, he's tanky, if nothing else. For a mage, all things considered. Sword Reaver obtain. Send that to Convoy. Kim can probably make use of that. Enemy weakens. And Grape comes in for the kill. And he gets, for his troubles, HP, strength, skill, speed. Oh, everything but res. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm thinking that... I'll be honest, I'm thinking that Grape might be the Cavalier of choice. Like Rostov's not turning out badly at all. Like, he has... But his strength is kind of, like, not good enough to justify using him. Like, the only real thing he has is a little bit of extra defense over... Grape, besides the strength, and I don't know, I don't feel like that's enough to really justify keeping him on the team much longer. Alright, we just have one treasure chest to get, so... So it's just gonna be cleanup, giving our healers a little bit of extra EXP. And that, I think, will be game. Earth Seal. Always good to get more of those. Alright, and one more turn to get from me and Helga a level up. Please get magic. God damn it. Right as soon as I say it, every time. Alright. And Helga's also getting no magic. These two staff bots are really not bothering to get any magic. How tragic. Those thieves are enough to frighten you for 2 seconds. The FE4 brigands on this chapter, however. I mean, I have not played FE4. I want to. Yeah, Great for You seems the one. It was the other way around for me. Rostov trampled everything in his path. Yeah. I mean, I can imagine... Like, I don't know, because I think we're going to be getting a new unit at the end of this chapter, and he's probably going to end up replacing either Grape or Rostov for me. And I'm thinking that probably it's going to be Rostov, because Rostov's just a little more uneven than Grape has been turning out. All right, seize. Mother, stay with me. Mother? This is She's not asleep. No.
Master Aurel, as I thought, that Xenon guy is not here. I searched all over the ruins, but although there was one suspicious door that was sealed with a spell, there was nothing that could be used for healing. I see. Master Lin, can't we save her? She's breathing, but no matter how many times I call out to her, she doesn't respond. It's like a doll that has lost its mind. Okay. There you are, Saya. A burned soldier! You! Who are you? Former burned soldier. I'm Vince. I'm currently assisting the Knights of Ilia for a reason. But more important than that, the Burns army has begun to move against you. There's already a legion heading for these ruins. You should begin your retreat now. Nonsense! You've been operating in secret since we took down Fort Clark. Fort Clark. How did they know where we were? Besides, the enemy is moving too fast. Thought about this will have to wait. I was told you were the leader of this group, Saya. Were the leader of this group, Saya. Jesus Christ. What are you planning to do? Lady Saya.
What am I supposed to do? Rescuing my mother was a failure. All the fighting we've been doing so far, it didn't mean anything. So now what am I supposed to say?
Master Lin is not dead. There must surely be a way to break the spell. For the time being, let's retreat to Bolgar. You might be able to find some answers in that city.
I no longer have the confidence to command anymore. I don't have what it takes to match Master Diane.
Lady Saya, that's enough of your nonsense. From the moment we left Lorca's village, Lady Saya has been the commander of this mixed army. Or do you intend to let the sacrifices that brought us to this point be in vain? Moreover, what do you think Master Lin would say about a coward who abandons his responsibilities?
She's not a his, my dude.
We must keep fighting until our very last moment.
That's right, I swore. From the moment I was accepted by Master Diane and stepped into the way of the sword. Aurel, thank you. But now that you've said that much, I'm going to need you to work as hard as you can.
Yes, anything you need.
Vince, will you lend me your strength too?
Oh, I intended to do that all along.
Thank you. Let's take Mother and retreat to Bolgar. I will be stronger than anyone, and then I will defeat that man. I swear!
Silliness. Frozen Trap.
A shame. If I played this romhack, I guarantee Rostov would have capped strength, skill, and speed along times.
Oh, it's our first Wyvern Rider, I think. Yep. I believe that is indeed what Vince is. After rescuing the unconscious Lindis, the group retreats towards Bulgar, where Diane was waiting. In order to reach Bulgar, they must cross the large snowfield that stretched out before them, which will inevitably prove to be a difficult journey. Moreover, the Burns army had already secured the path that Saya and the others would take, having already deployed its troops. From the rear, the pursuing troops continue to close the gap, and a heartbroken Saya faces a crisis like never before. ... Chapter 10, Frozen Trap. Oh, it's this map. The very large map, it looks like.
Damn it, they're closing the distance on us. How much longer until we reach safe territory?
Almost there. But to do so, we must cross this large snowfield ahead of us.
It's too open. If we get caught in a trap here, we might not make it out alive.
There are 3 routes. You can either plunge through the snowfield in the middle, or you can blend into the forest above and below. Either way, we'd better be prepared for enemy ambushes. There's no time to waste in worrying. No matter which route you choose, the enemy behind us will soon catch up. Decide on the formation based on that.
I got it. Give me 2 minutes to think about it. The curtain of your nightmare has just begun to unveil. I imagine you wouldn't expect to be attacked from beyond the mountains. Your despair and agony will be the foundation of our master's resurrection.
The Ninas. They're a creepy bunch, but it looks like the information that the enemy was coming through here was solid. Archers, move into firing position. Let's make this place their graveyard. Okay.
So we're down to 12 slots. And we get Vince. Vince. Damn, your stats look very similar to what my Rostov is rocking. Let me just see here. Yeah, this pretty comparable, actually. Like, you even have the same amount of defense as him. Like, sort of a little bit of speed and strength. You're pretty identical to him. Alright. And as for your growth rates, if I can find you, Vince. Oops. Your character description is former burn soldier in service of Juno, a quiet man who follows his own chivalric code. And your growth rates are 75 HP, 50 strength, 45 skill, 35 speed, 20 defense, 5 res, and 35 luck. Mediocre speed, but other than that, you know what? I mean, I would have liked if he had a little bit more defense growth, but he seems, yeah, I think he's essentially just flying Rostov, and I need flyers in this army, so now as for everyone else, you and I could probably bench, because this hack has been pretty bad about stealables. Spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. Dino. Heavy infantry of the Royal Army of Burn. I want this. I want this. I don't really want to have to field my thief to get it, but... shoot. Welp. Oh, well. Vince, this guy just sucked for you. Well, that's unfortunate to hear. Yeah. And we've got pesky ballistas around here. Scandal, captain of the Burn Army's archer unit. And then, of course, we have Theseus. Morpho the Ninas, despises humans. I don't think those stats do not look especially beatable at this point, but, like, he's also got the... there's no way to get to him except with flyers. Like, maybe if Vince flies someone like Sagan over the mountains, he could maybe do it, but that's really about the only chance I see him having of actually taking the guy down. This is an interesting map, because it's basically like... because it's so big, and so relatively, like, not occupied by enemies for how big it is. We're going to be prepared to be dealing with a lot of armor knights. So odd that there's cavaliers on this side of the mountain when there's basically no way to get across it outside of flying. Huh. Welp, let's get inventory management going. Rostov, you have served us well, but your items are going to go into convoy for us. As for everyone else, I think you're looking pretty alright. We'll give you an extra javelin and the heavy spear. Actually, no. Grape, you get the heavy spear, and Vince will have one extra Rider's Bane just kind of as a backup. You mean put these away. Give me your good. Helga, you need an extra heal staff. I don't feel like busting Physic out just yet. Sergei, you don't need an extra vulnerary. Can you use our caliber at this point? No. How close are you? Okay, you're already at C rank. What is our caliber's rank? B rank. Ha. Huh. That may not be happening this chapter, I don't think. We've got 2 of them in the convoy as well. So, 1 extra iron sword, just for the heck of it. Alright. Let's save. And let's get rolling. Saya, we have a power ring for you. Or that I do not remember using him, and if I did, he didn't last that long for me. I can believe it. What is Sagan's growths? 45 HP, 30 strength, 50 skill, 60 speed, 40 luck, 20 defense, 20 res. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, he's actually, like... I mean, Jagans in the GBA games have historically been really kind of overtuned. And Sagan continues that tradition. Very much so. Okay. So we have a bunch of annoying-ass siege around the edges of this map to deal with. That's going to complicate things a little bit. But other than that, I think this is going to be a fairly straightforward shot to the end. Oh, Vin, you're three-shotting basic enemies. This is going to be an interesting chapter. I can tell you that now. Oh, Maronimia. I think I need to take my sweatshirt off. It's getting a little hot in here. And annoying ballista are annoying. Deservedly so, huh? Fuck. Yeah, we're not taking that lying down. I do not like ballistas very much. They are a pain in the ass to deal with. Luckily, I can always just bait this guy out. And then we do everything else basically the same, and it works out this time. He's good for a reason. You wanted a good nomad? Here you go. Yeah, Sagan is kind of the Seth of this game. This game makes me wish there were dark magic wyverns. You mean like Malignites? That would be pretty cool. I tend not to be a huge fan of those kind of mixed attacking classes, but you know, they can be nice in certain situations. All right. So Gim, go to town. Go to town and give us some nice smashed up armor knights. My god, click on the thing that I want to click on, please. Alright, Manikati. Enemy from behind. Grape up here with heavy spear. And Sagan just doubles this guy. He can also miss a 90% hit, which is actually marvelously convenient in our case. Axe Reaver. Do not like. It would have been funny if if Gim actually got the kill on that one. Oh, what? I was reading chat and I didn't see him take a hit. I cannot die yet. Everyone, I'm sorry. Oh, it was another Axe Reaver. Damn it. I need to start paying attention to... Oh, they all have Axe Reavers in their inventory. That's kind of annoying, actually. Because it means that it's very difficult to approach them. Alright, I guess we'll just have Rostov up front. And then everyone else can hang back. And this time Vince can't get kills. Alright. Yeah. Alright, Grape. Oh. Taking hits from Rider's Banes. That's also not great. Okay. Going to rethink my approach to this. 'Cause I think that Vince, you may actually prefer to be the one to tank these with your heavy spear that I didn't put at the top of your inventory. And then I did that. I am making misplays, a whole bunch of misplays at this point. You know what, actually, if these misplays come at the start of the chapter, then I'm just going to reset. Oops. Alright. Come on, let's get this show on the road. Yeah, Malig Riders wield Dark Magic, and their promoted class Malig Lord wields Dark Magic and Staves. Also, this is a class I made up on my own. Tried to warn you, lol, they all have Axe Reavers. Wait! How did that guy... Did that guy get a crit against me? What the fuck, man? What is going on with this fucking map? Okay, go here so that we're only getting targeted by 2. The real stupid part is that we've got more enemies coming in. This chapter has been a shit show and a half. Not entirely for reasons I understand. Oh, it's because he has a silver lance. Motherfucker. It would be nice if one of these assholes could be... If we could approach these assholes one at a time, but they are clumped all together, so that's not really a thing that can happen. Man, maybe I should have brought Rick, because he would at least have had the defense to tank some of these. Let's just see if this plays out any better. Okay, you dodge that. You get hit by that. That's fine. Man. And to think, Vince actually has a defense stat, so him getting wrecked by these guys is particularly embarrassing. Oh well. At least he gets to kill one. That's all we need him to do. All we need him to do is just hit one. And the last one should be a little bit more deal-withable. Do all these assholes have Axe Reapers too? Yeah. Tisk, tisk. Who's gonna go get that village? I'm thinking that Emmy may have to be... Either Emmy or Sagan, you're gonna have to be the ones to go up and get it. Nice try, bucko. And we have people coming in from the back. That's beautiful. Sagan, Tegan with the Armor Slayer. 4% crit. Yep, this situation calls for Sagan. Sire, we have a job for you. On player face, of course. Yeah. Okay, Vince, you can't kill this guy. That's annoying. Oh well. Nothing much to do but have Frummy heal you. And then Sergey, I believe. You are needed. Can go this way. Pegasus with Iron Lance. Let's deal with a bull for the most part. What's your con? 10 con, so not really enough to be using anything beyond an Iron Lance. That's not particularly great. We can work with it, I guess, but it's not exactly ideal. Javelins. Tuh. Alright. That took a while. Come on, slowly and gradually, the torment will devour you. Yeah. Assuming your hit rates actually decide to cooperate, which I don't think they particularly will. And we have pesky ballistas. Oh, he got speed. Vince got speed. That is very, very good to see. All right, Grape. Rider's Bane does not kill. Oh well. We shall make do. That was not what I wanted to use. I wanted to use this. Okay. As for this side, Sergey. You can kill one of them. How far into ballista range are we? And Robbie just doubles this one. You know what, actually, because Robbie has a Nosferatu, he may have to be the one to deal with the hordes of enemy knights. I can only hope this actually works, because if it doesn't, it's going to cause some problems, but... And again... Meanwhile, Sagan, shoot this one. And then Emmy can deal a death blow to this one. Alright. What's Sergei's defense? Maybe he can take some knights. Actually, yeah, he has 10 defense, so... I mean, that's not amazing, but... He would have to get some dodges, but... Nope, that didn't work out. Not yet, not yet. I can still... No, Robbie, unfortunately you cannot. You are just not fast enough with that Nosferatu tome equipped. Yeah, you only have 2 defense. Like Sergei with 10 defense and 32 HP versus you with 25. I don't know. We'll try it. We'll try using Sergei to take the hits. Meanwhile, Vince, you can take a kill for this. Come on, Robbie. That is not a thing we wanted to see. Alright, Gim. Alright. And then, Saya, you can finish off this last cav. Don't really want you doubling back to deal with enemies in the rear, but sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. All right. Sagan 20 years ago, level 1 Nomad Trooper with... yeah. The 2 groups of knights are easily the hardest part of the map, surely. Yeah, they are... Wow, 13 damage against Sergei with that Axe Reaver. That's impressive, actually. Oh, fuck you! Fucking ballistas. That is just so annoying. We have to put him in awkward spots just to avoid the possibility of that happening. I am not a fan of that. Like, I can't stand ballistas normally for very similar reasons, but them just coming right the fuck out of nowhere and one-shotting your flyers is always the worst feeling ever. Actually, I want to check something. We have over 20,000 gold. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with the fucking blue gem on this guy. That does not seem like a particularly worthwhile endeavor to me. We'll put a thunder on you, just for the heck of it. Not bad, Sergey. Nice try. Okay, that turn contained a considerable amount more stupid and annoying than I was expecting, but... Oh, there's a harder part to this map. And the ballistas. Milady wouldn't fall to this nonsense, would she? Probably not. Vince is no Milady. Hopefully not. Yes. Unfortunately, Vince is indeed not nearly half the wyvern that Milady is. Let's see here. From me, you mend him up. And then, of course, Sergey. Alright. I want to get... Oh, for fuck's sake, Vince is back in the range of these idiots again. Alright. No one can take him or rescue him, so that's fun. Alright, Grape. Please get a good level up just to balance the scales out. Strength and speed. Alright, that's acceptable. If you get one more point of speed, I will just straight up promote you, because my policy when it comes to promoting characters is if they cap a stat by level 15 or later, then they get promoted. Otherwise, I just wait until they're level 20. Emmy, I'm gonna have you actually rejoin the main fray. And Sagan, you can get this village. Hello, my name is Jeff, and I use the spear. Would you consider hiring me? I could have followed Byrne, but I just don't get along with them. I promised to do a decent job. So, deal? And Jeff, the soldier, he comes with okay bases, I guess. These are not terrible, but they're pretty below par. Like, I think even Vince actually just kind of does better at this guy, better than this guy at most things. And he's flying, so, you know, no dice there. As for his growth, Jeff, a traveling mercenary without a master. His motto is to live as he pleases. As for his growths, 75 HP, 55 power, 45 skill, 40 speed, 30 defense, 15 res, and 40 luck. Not bad. Like, I could see myself using this unit, but, like, making an effort to try and use this unit, but I don't think it's going to be at this point. Especially not in this chapter, which has been kicking my ass. Alright, Sergey gets more speed. That's nice. Fucking Silverlance. God, everyone, master. Yeah, we're not taking that. We are not taking that. So what we'll have to do instead is heal you up with Helga this time, because that way you'll get more HP. And then Vince. And then Frami. Okay. Strength and speed. Alright. He continues to be good. Okay. Alright, and this time he's dodging, so that's a good improvement. Skill and luck, that is a considerably worse level up that I am not happy about. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you and your borderline uncounterable bullshit. I mean, the only way I see myself getting the blue gem from that sniper boss is to wear down the amount of ballistas he has. Oh, this one ballista's actually run out of shots. I think? I can't tell. And I can't check to see what the ammo count is at. Or, I guess the, God, I'm not sure I'm awake enough to be coherent with my commentary. Emmy, you get out an Armor Slayer and deal with this one. Level up. Skill and defense. Not what I necessarily wanted out of you. Huh. Okay. Jeff, I think you can maybe not take that kind of an attack. Sergey, weaken. And then Jeff come in and still not get the kill, huh? How very irritating. These Armor Knights are kind of ridiculous. You have a Rider's Bane. My name is Jeff, in that stupid voice. So, how do you think of my potential Rostov? You mean the one who potentially would cap his stats? I mean, if it works for you, it works for you, my dude. But you know, my Rostov has somewhat underperformed, so I think he's going to stay behind. Oh, that's a kill! Oh, come on. Dear Elamine, please let there be light for everybody. Fucking hell. There is only so much I can repeat these chapters before I start to lose my wig, game. Both. No, this one has a Silver Lance equipped, so we can just use it. Alright. Thank you, Gim. Even got a pretty solid level up, too. Frommy, you still... Emmy, you can still take out the Armor Slayer, just for the heck of it. You can go here. Grape, you go here. Take this one. And then Vince, come in and deal the death blow. And for your trouble, we get strength and resistance. Okay. Always will take more strength. Always will take more strength. Alright. Now to wade through more long-ass enemy turns, only to get shot by a fucking ballista. Fuck that noise. I'm getting real sick of these assholes always hitting. Alright, Gim. What's a position I can put? Okay. We'll have you go here. And then Vince can finish off this knight and stay out of the ballista's range. And only get luck from a level up. That is just the cherry on top of the fucking sundae. Worst part is I don't even think this is that bad a chapter. It's just... because, like, I like this idea of having a big open space with siege weapons on the side. It's just that when one of those siege weapons is an instant kill on your flyers, that's where I start to take umbrage with it. It's one of the big annoyances I have for ballistas. As for Jeff, I did use him because I really needed a lance unit, and he didn't really impress me apart from being able to stabby-wabby really hard. Yeah. I'll be honest, I'm not really a fan of soldiers and halberdiers. Like, usually their job just kind of... like, if you need a tank, you go for knights. And if you need something else, then they kind of just end up being like regular old combat units. Like, they're better than swordmasters on average just because they're using better weapon types, but they tend to not to be the most useful of things, honestly. Bleh. Oh, excusey. Good grief, am I burping? A lot. Can you get him? Go here. You and you get out of the way. I forget. Are these ballistas going to run out at any point? Because, like, they've fired off quite a few shots, and... I mean, granted, I am resetting a whole bunch, because... Emmy, those were 282s. You could have hit at least one of those. I know you could have. And at least Gim is still reliable. Ouch. Cavalier's coming up from the rear. Oh my god. From me, you actually have an HP stat. Actually, you know what? 29 HP, all things considered, like, considering she had a base HP of 15, I'm actually pretty impressed with how she's been turning out in the HP department. Granted, I did feed her at least one angelic robe. Alright. Let's keep the train a-rollin'. Let's keep the train a-rollin'. Do I have any cav-killing weapons besides Sayas Manikati that I can use against these guys? I don't think I do. Alright. Sergey! Survey says Sergey! Oh, looks like this guy ran out of shots. We've still got these two over here. Lance Reaver and Steel Sword, Lance Reaver and Steel Sword. So, Vince does not do great against them. Good news is I don't think we have that much longer before we're done here. Bad news is we have just long enough that I don't think we're gonna get to the end of the chapter anytime immediately soon. Alright. And Emmy with the disappointing level up. Because of course. At least Sagan is here to deal with the annoying Pegasus eyes. Alright, Vince. Thank you. Let's see here. You have an air caliber. You have a sword weaver and a javelin. So that's two. That's two things that deal damage to lances. I'm starting to run out of brain capacity. This is such a crap map to introduce Vince on. Let's give the player Wyvern, but let's also put a lot of ballistas just to piss them off. Now, it's the rotten banana peel on top of the Mondays. Best GBA romhack soldier I ever used was Ace from Last Promise. Gotta go. See you later. Alright, see you, Ares. Thank you for stopping by. I don't know if you've left at this point or not, but how long it's taken me to get through some of this shit. I think Jeff got hit by one of the eclipses. That's a feat. That is impressive, actually, considering how dogshit their hit rates usually are. Okay. I think we are pretty close to being done here. Let's just check the shop real quick. Heals. We have buyable torch staff and buyable torch. That is an omen. I'm going to get one torch just for the heck of it. Okay. Oops. You mean... Alright, we're almost done. We are almost done here. Right. Get everyone back to the front lines. Oh my god, Fromy actually got some magic. Can't believe it. Alright, Sergey, you go up front. Gim will have you on standby. Ewing, you need to steal. Vince, I really need you to start performing. Okay, those guys don't move. Alright. Very well then. In that case, Grape you need. You need healing, so you can get Helga level, and she gets magic. It's a miracle. My healers are actually getting magic. Imagine that, a magic-based unit actually getting magic. Sergey, your strength is still really under par, and that is not a thing I enjoy. Alright, Vince. Oh, there's a fucking village down here. And we've got 2 different ballistas to deal with. I'm just going to have Sagan go there. I am not risking Vince taking a shot. Direction 145, fire! What turn are you on? I have lost track. I will check that as soon as I regain control of my character. Oh, Sagan, please, for the love of God. Oh, boy. Good grief. I never thought we'd be sent out against the enemy of that caliber. All units charge! Let's get this over with and go home. That flag! Lady Saya, the reinforcements have caught up with us. The Black Dragon unit is coming. We don't have time to deal with these enemies anymore. To the escape point. Hurry! Yeah, we'll get there as soon as we get there, Saya. Robbie, I think I may need to have you... No, you don't quite get there. Jeff, you go here. Just so we can take one of the ballistas off of Sagan's back. Thank you for coming. We will not abandon you, the Sakai Liberation Army. Please use this wand. It should come in handy in an emergency. Rescue obtained. That would have been nice, actually. A little bit sooner. Speaking of which... Arel, you go here. And then... I don't think this is going to reach, but we can try. No, it does not. Helga, I think I'm going to have to put you in harm's way in order to get you into a position where you can heal Sagan up with Physic. Hopefully that should be fine? Question mark? I'm just going to pretend it is. Alright. Gim, conk this guy. Sergey. I don't actually want... you know what? Why the hell not? Roast this guy. Yuin, come in and grab this energy ring. Obtain. And then the question is, who am I actually going to give that to? Because both Sergey and Saya have very similar strength stats. I think it's probably going to go on Saya, just because Sergey's hitting off res. Like, Sergey's actually not been too bad about getting decent level ups, but, you know, you never can tell with some of these characters. Saya, get moving. Emmy, I don't have anything for you to do. Alright. I will not let you go any further. Straight and to the point. I like it. Oh, that's a bad hit to take. Okay, thank God. It was the only hit she took. Okay. It is time to get everyone moving out of range of everything. Actually, I want to see what this guy... This guy is Gilling, captain of the Black Dragon unit. He's also known as the Mad Demon. Gilling's squad showed up. Was thinking now was the turn they'd show up. Yeah, that was... Probably was around the point where that happened. Okay, Gim just straight up kills this guy. I don't necessarily want that to happen. Sergey, 68. Vince, can you do anything at all to him? No. Is there a thing in the convoy that will let you know? I don't have any steel lances or anything like that. Okay, so he's not gonna be of any use. I'm gonna be honest, I think that I would really rather just get this chapter over and done with. So Gim, just go ahead and do the honors. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age! Gah! I couldn't hold them back. Alrighty, Gim. HP, defense, and res. Okay, then. Whatever. I am a little too brain dead to really give that much of a shit about what's going on anymore. Let's get all of the squishies out of the way. We can fast forward through most of this. And then one last little bit of cleanup. Mostly just Fromy gets some extra EXP. Okay. And with that, I think, well, we can give her just a little bit more. Alright, Saya, get there, and let's get out. And we're in Greenfield again. I see Bulgar. We're almost there. Please wait! Lady Saya, we can't. Eh? What is that? Uh-ohs. Honestly, what a laborious prey. But I guess that's it. Lord Kashin, I'll leave the rest to you. Yes. Did you come back with feelings of nostalgia and unconcern? Little girl, there's nowhere for you to go. Become a pile of corpses in this place. Kashin, you betray Master Dan? No, this is as far as we could go. Everything ends here. What? What army are those guys from? They're coming this way. Don't falter. Damn it, fight back! What? They're not Sakei's people. Please forgive my rudeness in this urgent matter. We are the Knights of Ilia of the Conservative faction. I don't trust conservatives, I'm be honest. With Lord Zalat as our leader. As compatriots in the fight against Bern, we have come to seek you out. Ilia? My name is Faina. It'll be just a moment, but we'll buy you some time. Come on, this way. Let's go. If we keep dawdling, things will get worse over there. Yeah. Everyone, follow me. Master Xenon. Theseus seems to have failed to finish them off. The enemy has broken through the siege of Bern and fled to Ilia. Oh. I didn't expect a meticulous man like Loki could let his prey escape. She's doing better than I thought. How can we be of service? We shall take his place. It doesn't matter. Rather than that, Pefredo. I have a job that needs to be done. Dina, Enyo. Ha! Here. The plan to round up the Lords of Lycia is finally being put into action. You are to go to the royal capital of Bern and join the Legion as mercenary troops. Employ your strength to your heart's content, and gather quintessence. Yes, master. Mm-hmm. My hands are itching with anticipation. Sister. Dina, you're in presence of Master Xenon. And Enyo, don't look so anxious. We're right behind you. Yes. This is a unique opportunity to defeat Hector and Eliwood. You three, make sure you're up to the task. As for Lindis's daughter, I'm sure Loki's men will take care of her if we leave him alone. Looks like they've decided to launch a major invasion against Ilia. Let's see how long and how far they can hold. Alright, that was a chapter. Oh my god. You should see Gilling's stats, he is ridiculously strong. I can believe it, yeah. But yeah, that's I think is where the stream's gonna end. We got a lot done. We got 3 chapters total, which is better than my usual pace. I don't know. That previous chapter wasn't that bad. Like, the clusters of knights were annoying, but you know, I had countermeasures to like pick them off one by one. I just wish that map didn't feel like it dragged so much because of just how much things they threw at you. Because like, it's basically impossible to rush those clusters of knights down. You had the annoying ballistas on the bottom side of the map that would one-shot your flyers. I don't know. I think there was a decent idea for a map there, but it didn't quite pan out completely. But yeah, that's going to be where this particular stream ends for the week. We are moving through this hack at pretty rapid pace. It's kind of a shame that I don't have that much time to stream this week, because otherwise I would like to, you know, keep trucking along and maybe see how much progress we can make in it. But yeah, until next time, I have been Zane, and I will see you guys on Saturday for more Hag and White. And next week we will continue Saya's adventures. So until then, thank you for coming, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Take care, Armory. Take care, everyone else. Bye-bye.